Hey Libra, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, October 2nd to Monday, October 9th, 2017. Now, what's going on this week, Libra, is we've got Mars and Venus hanging out right here in your 12th house of like your insides and like internal stuff going on. So I think what you're trying to do is really trying to figure out what's going on inside you, what you feel about life, what you want in some ways. I think when we get a lot of stuff in the 12th house, we're really trying to work out some deep internal stuff, maybe that we don't entirely understand, trying to put it in the right perspective, trying to figure out just in general where it is that we want our life to go so that we can begin to move forward on some things that are important to us, and really having to deal with the past, overcome the past, deal with some internal emotions and feelings too, so we can figure out what we really truly want and what direction is it that we need to go in. And I think that's what you're really trying to figure out this week, is to understand some of that stuff and to get right with yourself and to bring more of your heart back into your life and be more comfortable living the life that you want as well, here with Venus about to overtake Mars later this week in your 12th house, okay? As you're really trying to move forward on that, work some stuff out on the inside of you and figure out where you want your life to go next, I think you're also thinking just a lot about you and yourself in general and what's going on with everything about you, okay? Because we do have the Sun and Mercury here conjunct in your first house. So I think you're trying to figure out, just especially looking at this chart here, how to figure out what you want in life and what's going on inside you so that you can really start to live a new life, live a different life, live a better life, just live something that resonates more with you truly. Because this 12th house where Mars and Venus are, to me, is really the house of retirement. It's like the house where you realize, okay, I've gone as far as I can go with a certain thing, and now I need to figure out what I need to change to do next, either go in a different direction or do something else. And I think that's what you're really trying to think about as you move forward. Okay, I think a lot of it has to do here with where Pluto is, with home and family going on. Maybe you're trying to build more of a home life, more of a family life, build more stability into your life. Maybe you don't like the foundation that your life was built on, because Pluto does indicate changes and big feelings and realizing, you know, maybe now you've got to change your home life, change the foundation your life was built on to be something else that resonates with you more truly, okay? I think that's a big thing, because we do have Pluto here in your 4th house of home, and a trine to Venus and eventually Mars in your 12th house, and a square over here with Mercury and the Sun in your first. So trying to make a lot of changes here, figuring out what it is that you want about home life and what foundation of the life that you want, what family you want, things that are very important to you, so that you can then begin to start to act on it and move forward on it to make yourself feel better and to have a better life, okay? While that's happening, we also do have Saturn here in your 3rd house of communication and of talk, and of people around town coming in. So I think you're also communicating a lot with people, perhaps about what is going on with you, about what you're thinking about what you want, about some changes perhaps that you're thinking about making in life and the foundations of your life. I think you're also just trying to get right with it and understand what is happening. You know, your chart is kind of interesting, because there are a lot of houses that are being indicated that don't always manifest super physically. The 4th house definitely can manifest in a really big way outwardly, but I think a lot of the other stuff going on here is you just trying to really figure some things out. And I think if you talk to people about what's going on here, especially when it comes to what's going on inside you, with Venus also making a square over to Saturn, I think it's really going to help you to understand what it is you need to do next, where it is that your life is going, and to start making some of the changes here to move your life in a better direction and build it really on a better foundation than you feel as though it has been built on. Okay, and I think if you really commit to communicating about some things that are going on inside you and about all this stuff, it's really going to open some doors for you to move forward on some big goals of yours here, with Saturn making a trine to the North Node in the 9th house, really helping you to better refine your plans for the future, refine the vision that you have for your life, associate with people who are perhaps better for you in some way, and to just feel more authentically yourself. And I think you're trying to figure out how to do that and how to push past some of these things to make all of that come into place here. While that's going on, there's still, of course, you're thinking a lot about who you are and having to balance it with other people in your life and partnerships here, wanting to do what you want, but also unexpected things coming up from other people that you're having to learn to integrate. And I think you need to still work on finding the balance here. You're a Libra, so that shouldn't be too hard for you. But I think you also need to realize as you're thinking about some of this stuff that this is really ending your focus on partnerships, because we do have Uranus here in your 7th house of partners. Sorry, I didn't write that before. But we also have the moon here in your 7th house as well, making a full moon this week on October 5th on Thursday, really indicating that even though there are things coming up in relationships, one-on-one relationships, business partners, romantic partners, something along those lines, that you're learning to have to integrate into who you are and to bring people along with you on this journey, you're really having to learn how to come to a close working with other people, okay? And to end this focus on other people so that you can really start to focus more on who you are and what you want, and have the relationships that are willing to help you grow and willing to help build you up too. I think that's a big thing that you need to focus on. Maybe you've been focusing a lot on other people, trying to get right with other people in the past, and I think now you need to think, all right, where am I going? What do I want? Can these people help me or not? And just stop the focus there, okay? So that's what I have for you this week. Now your card, Libra, is the 3 of Swords upright. This card is a little bit of a card of heartbreak in some way. Not feeling quite right, maybe wanting something that was close to your heart and not going quite well for some reason. Usually to me, this card is a card of clarity. It's because all of a sudden you learned something perhaps that you didn't know before, and that clarity makes you see things differently. The answer you get may not also be the answer, maybe the answer that you were also not looking for, okay? So that could be a thing that comes up here. May have to do with your relationships going on here. I know relationships are important to Libras, and you do have some stuff going on where you need to stop working with relationships as much, and maybe there's a person that you really want to help you work on something and they decide that it doesn't come through or something like that. And I think what you need to realize is having clarity on a situation is better than living a lie. It's better than, you know, living a fantasy and pretending that it's not true. And use whatever information you get this week that helps you see the situation more clearly to better help you understand what is going on inside you and better inform your decisions to help you move forward, okay? So that's all I have for you this week, Libra. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.